once you experience the drive quality, the balance, the way that the car is set up, for me it was purely about, now I need to find one and I need to get one. Nine 911s are one thing, but once you drive a 356, you will never look back. So the quest began for a 356, and this particular baby belonged to a gentleman called Tinus Kukumur, who came from Brakpan. And Tinus was very particular. Tinus kept every single document. He was ultimately the first owner in the sense that his best friend bought the car in from Arnhem in Switzerland, and the car arrived in South Africa in 1962. He basically, when his best friend died, the car literally moved from the friend's garage to his garage. And he heard about this Porsche mad crazy person in Cape Town, and when he was going to offload the car, he said he wanted the car to go to a collector. He wanted the car to go to somebody who would keep all the bits and pieces together. And that's how I got to hear about this car. The 356 driving experience is very direct. The way that the chassis is set up, the way that the four wheels are placed at the corner of the chassis means that it is direct. You turn that wheel and you point, and that's where she goes. There's no messing, there's no mixing, there's no mistakes here. You actually go where she wants to go. And as you drive the car and as you get to feel the car, what you discover is that she actually closes around you. You become completely encapsulated in this unbelievable driving experience. There is so much feedback. There is just so much realness. She hugs the road. And you know, I'm a bit obsessed with watching these old videos of this car racing in Nürburgring and racing at Le Mans. And these little things can corner like it's no one's business. That's why they did so well. And that's why they have this special place in Porsche collectors' hearts. The drive experience is truly phenomenal. Ferdinand Porsche always said, all Porsches are female, and don't let anyone tell you anything other. Porsche are female, and his famous quote was, they're female because of the curves. And I think that for me is the most beautiful statement ever. My name is Michelle Hambly, and I drive a Porsche 356 Super 90 from 1962. She needs to rev quite high, so you need to keep the revs at a particular level. Also, when you drive this car for a long time and she's nice and hot, when you stop, you're going to find that you can't just start her again. You've got to remember the Weber carburetors and the Solexes, there's a particular method that you need to do a hot start. So I had to learn how to do a hot start. There's a ritual to starting her. And when people say that, you often think, oh, really and truly, what are you talking about? But I have come to learn, literally in the last 3 years that I've been driving her regularly, that there is a ritual. You have to pump the fuel pump 3 times. Then we put an electric fuel pump in. You let that run for at least, you count to 15. You release the button, you pump again for 3 times. And honestly and truly, she starts every single time, like clockwork. So yeah, you have to have patience. The 356 was an interesting car. It was an interesting development by Porsche. It was very much driven by the American market. A gentleman by the name of Max Hoffman had a meeting with Porsche, Ferdinand Porsche, and said they needed to build a car for the American market. So the Speedster, the 356, the Roadster was essentially a car that they exported a lot of. It has an incredibly rich racing provenance because the Americans embraced this car. They realized that it was actually a lot better than some of the American-made racing cars. The Super 90 obviously has a bit of a stronger engine, has a better performance, and it was one of the first cars that that wonderful James Dean raced. James Dean raced a 356, and he went from the 356 to obviously the 550 Spider, which ultimately led to his demise. Driving these cars and realizing how fast and nimble they are, one also has to realize that the 356 has become a legend in more ways than one. It's become a very special car because it's sought after. They only built so many of them, and there's a cult following in the world on 356s. For me, it is truly about the fact that these cars will go forever. I always say that they have a soul.
Did you know that we also sell really awesome car-themed merchandise? Check out our range of custom t-shirts and prints at our online store now. Simply click on the square box on your screen and we'll take you there, or the link is in the description below. Thanks for watching.